How's it going, Io? In this video, we are counting down the top 10 celebrity haircut fails that made them lose all their fans. If you like this video and want to see more like it, please be sure to like and subscribe. Number 10. Harry Styles. Fans of the British singer have been left heartbroken after he cut off his luscious locks and got a buzz cut. For many of his devoted fan base, his famous hair is part of his charm, and it was even captured in the portrait of him which hangs in the National Portrait Gallery. Rumors had already begun to swirl about his new look before it appeared to be confirmed, after he was spotted at a U2 concert in Las Vegas in a very grainy photo. Some people on TikTok then started making detailed videos inspecting his hairline, saying things like Harry has been losing hair recently and that he's had to wear a wig in recent years. In July, a blind item by celebrity gossip page Dumois made the claim that the A-list singer and occasional actor had gone almost completely bald, and he was hiding it with a toupee. The post said his hairpiece is so lifelike that only a good eye could pick it out. In response, Harry told Rolling Stone that he was made aware of the bizarre theory by his friend and collaborator Tom Hull, who was apparently obsessed with the rumor. He said, "He won't stop sending me messages about people trying to work out if I'm bald. What is it with the baldness? It skips a generation or something, right? If your granddad's bald, then you'll be bald. Well, my granddad wasn't bald, so fingers crossed." And even if Harry was secretly bald, he would most likely be able to get away with it. Number 9. Doja Cat. Last year, Doja underwent a major transformation and she debuted her striking new look on Instagram, which of course was met with a lot of pushback from fans. The 27-year-old revealed to her followers that she never liked having hair in the first place, so she decided to get rid of it completely. And while she was still on camera, she picked up a razor and decided to shave off her eyebrows too. She said, "I just can't believe that it took me this long to be like, shave your effing head. I feel like I was never supposed to have hair anyway. I don't like having hair. I never really liked having hair." She went on to say that she felt exhausted when she would be working out while wearing a wig, which would start sliding and peeling off of her head, which meant that she was concentrating more on her wig placement than working out, and she even called her experience wearing wigs an effing nightmare. In the end, Doja decided that she was over it and she was happier now that she doesn't have to worry about her hair. And the fact that she's still rocking a buzz cut to this day shows everyone that she has made the right decision. Number 8. Billie Eilish. Back in October of 2021, Billie lost thousands of Instagram followers, all because her aesthetic changed. She appeared on the cover of British Vogue looking very girly with blonde hair and soft pink corsets and stockings. Now, this was a very big change from her usual boyish, androgynous signature style with baggy clothes and colored hair. So when she made that big change, a lot of her fans resented her for it. They accused her of being a sellout or giving into the female beauty standards. Billie recently hit back with a scathing post on Instagram where she wrote, "I spent the first 5 years of my career getting absolutely obliterated by you fools for being boyish and dressing how I did, and constantly being told I'd be hotter if I acted like a woman. Now when I feel comfortable enough to wear anything remotely feminine or fitting, I changed and I'm a sellout. You guys are true idiots." She went on to call her critics bozos and women-hating weirdos. Billie then posted a follow-up story calling out the misogyny. The thing is, a lot of the criticism over her appearance was tied to the fact that she started showing more skin. In the past, she said that she would cover up more because she had a complicated relationship with self-image. It wasn't really about rejecting beauty standards, that's just something that people threw on her. Number 7. Miley Cyrus. We all remember where we were the day that Miley finally shed her Hannah Montana persona once and for all. She took off those glossy Disney Channel extensions and decided on a bleach blonde pixie cut that started a whole new era. 7 years later, her hair transformation has come full circle. After she grew out that pixie cut, she then chopped it up into a high fashion mullet, and now she went back to a pixie mullet. So she's gone back to her 2013 roots with a buzz cut mohawk. Miley has been sporting a shag hairstyle since around November of 2019, and honestly she looks great. Unfortunately though, she had bad timing when turning the hairstyle into a mullet at the beginning of April, which is around the same time that Tiger King became popular. As a result, people started comparing her look to the iconic hairstyle that Joe Exotic has, and Miley acknowledged the whole thing too. On Instagram, she wrote, "You know how your phone listens to you and just starts posting things like right after you say it? So the minute I gave myself this haircut, all of a sudden all my updates were just like Tiger King memes." After Miley tweeted photos of her new haircut in which part of her head was shaved, fans were quick to disapprove. Although the best thing about this is that Miley didn't actually care. She wrote, "If you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all. My hair is attached to my head and no one else's. My hair is attached to my head and no one else's, and it's going bye-bye." Number 6. Shia Labeouf. In 2015, Shia's fame was overshadowed by his this terrible hairstyle. Some people assume that the rat tail style was a throwback to Y2K, but it still made him something of a laughingstock on the internet. He was spotted in the streets several times rocking this hairstyle, usually in totally normal regular life scenarios, like simply walking down the street. When his Just Do It motivational rant went viral, the rat tail got even more publicity. Until the movie American Honey came out, no one really knew why Shia chose to adopt a rat tail, and since then he started to clean up his style. In the movie, the tail makes its first appearance in a supermarket as Shia's character Jake talks about exploring America and partying with his band of teens. The hairstyle is incredibly important to the character because it symbolizes freedom. Not only the freedom from drudgery and poverty, but also the freedom from conventional norms of taste. But in typical Hollywood fashion, that rat tail was cut down in its prime. Shia ended up getting rid of it shortly after American Honey stopped filming, which was somewhere in the late summer of 2015. While this kind of look might have made him a bit of a joke, it would be difficult for actors to keep hairstyles like that for too long, considering how often you need to change up your hair for movies. Number 5. Justin Timberlake. A hilarious photo resurfaced on Reddit recently that reminded us of one of our favorite celebrity memes, the Justin Timberlake ramen noodle hair. The internet is no stranger to JT's ramen noodle hair, but this recent image jogged everyone's memory, and it also spoke to the enduring lifespan of a really good joke. So if you ever wondered what happened to Justin's infamous noodle hair, you might have to take a look at some of the memes. For anyone who has managed to avoid this meme since it became popular in 2012, the gag is a play off a moment in NSYNC's hit It's Gonna Be Me, when Justin sings the title lyric in a way that sounds like he's announcing the start of a certain spring month. While many people have come to hate this joke, the photo continues to go viral every April 30th. In fact, it has become so pervasive that even Obama and Justin himself have gotten in on the joke. There's even been a noodle hair trend on TikTok, which has been inspiring heaps of questions about the hairstyle. Multiple hairstyles have the potential to fall into the noodle hair category, but the most popular style sees people rocking these tight blonde twining curls. In some cases, these curls are then bleached or given highlights to make them pop even more. So it's hilarious just how many people have gotten in on this trend. Number 4. Jennifer Aniston. In the 90s, there was no hairstyle more iconic than Rachel Green's chic layered locks on Friends. Even though the show debuted on September the 22nd in 1994, it wasn't until the 20th episode of the series the haircut made its debut on Jennifer Aniston. Since the end of Friends, Jen has starred in a lot of movies, but no matter where her career takes her, she's always grateful for her Friends roots. There is one thing though that she really doesn't miss about that time, and it was the Rachel haircut. In fact, she said it was the ugliest haircut that she's ever seen. Although it sparked thousands of copycats, she absolutely hated it. Even though it became a major symbol of the show, it wasn't actually a calculated move. The show's hairstylist Chris McMillan said, "I first created the Rachel back when I met Jennifer, which was more than 20 years ago. Back then Jennifer had really long hair with a fringe. The show was in the middle of its hugely successful first season, but Chris thought that maybe it was time to change things up. He told her that she should grow her fringe out, get some highlights, and try something a bit different. Then he cut the length and added in all these layers to blend the bottom to the bangs. The result was that truly unique style which will forever be associated with Jennifer Aniston, whether she likes it or not." Number 3. Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer's famous pixie cut, which she debuted in November of 2013, came as a result of her being fed up with her hair. When speaking about her decision to go that short, she said, "I cut it earlier and it was just kind of a shoulder length and it grew to that awkward gross length, and I kept putting it into a bun, so I just cut it off. It couldn't have gotten any uglier." The pixie cut has become a rite of passage for certain actresses like Natalie Portman, Carey Mulligan, and Emma Watson. Unfortunately for Jennifer though, the style on her was not the best. She didn't look that bad that it made her look at least 10 years older, and it was dangerously close to the Karen bob, which we now know is a horrible idea. It's a good thing that she got out of this phase naturally though, because she really did not need any more criticism about her appearance. With worldwide fame and success, unfortunately comes worldwide criticism, especially for women. According to the actress, she was actually body shamed long before she became a household name. In fact, she admitted that people first started calling her fat from a very early age. She said at the time it really hurt, but she chose not to let it get her down. She said that she'll never let it happen to her again, and that if anyone even tries to whisper the word diet, she would tell them to go and F themselves. Number 2. Brad Pitt. You might think that it's impossible to make this guy look bad, but unfortunately one hairstyle did the trick. A few years ago, Brad decided to rock an extremely shaggy look. He had grown out his blonde hair as well as his beard, and he looked like something out of the movie Castaway, which actually got in the way of his good looks. The unkempt, scraggly hair with the overgrown beard was made all the worse with the chin hanging beads. The problem was a lack of maintenance, because his hair was morphing into a beard, which then morphs into a kind of caveman look, which every guy would want to avoid. Brad was named People's Sexiest Man Alive twice, but a lot of fans felt like that title was dependent on his hair. His locks have gone from long to long and back to short again tons of times throughout his career. Now at almost 60 years old, he seems to have settled into a timeless style that really suits him. It's on the shorter side, but it's still long enough on the top where it can be swept back and look incredibly sophisticated with a tuxedo. So let's just hope that he sticks to this style and doesn't change things up too much. And coming in at number 1, Jonah Hill. Jonah's hair transformation over the years has not gone unnoticed. In many ways, 2018 was the year of Jonah Hill. Between his Instagram membership, Netflix's Maniac, and his directorial debut for mid-90s, it was an onslaught of magazine covers featuring his face, and it was nearly impossible to escape this guy. One thing was very obvious though, his glow-up was undeniable. The actor has come a long way from his superbad character Seth, but like most A-listers, only half of his evolution can be credited to Jonah himself. The other part is thanks to his longtime groomer and hairstylist, Jason Schneidman, who is the go-to guy for Hollywood's most handsome men like Bruno Mars and Rob Lowe. In the beauty community, Jonah is known as a celebrity who will dye his hair pink on a whim, and even wear Post Malone style pigtails. Other days he'll leave his curls and scruffy facial hair messy on purpose for more of a beachy vibe. But the fact that he has changed his massive head of curls is a big indicator of his transformation as an actor. It's a good way to distance himself from those comedies he used to do, especially if he wants to get those more serious roles. So what do you think about this video? Please let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.